Okay, it's your boy Minashe. Welcome to my channel, where I basically just will chat shit, and you get the chance to enter my mind, my thoughts, and get to basically see what I fuck with, because that's all my channel is. I just pull up, document my life, and dip. That's all I do. So if you're into that, yeah. If you're not, that's cool too. Alright, so today I'm gonna talk about anime. So I love anime, man. I really do. With that said though, growing up, anime was never cool. Alright, if you liked anime, you were a nerd, you were an outcast. Yeah. But fast forward to big 2026, anime now is everywhere. In fact, it's been everywhere for years now. You could definitely say anime is now mainstream. It's respected, is what I'm trying to say. When anime's name comes up, people respect it. At this point, most people have an anime they watch, or have probably been told by someone to watch anime. You know? Not just that, people now have merch, tattoos. It's a culture. It genuinely is a culture, to the point where sometimes it can be people's personalities, myself included. Sometimes, but we'll learn more about that as the video progresses. You see, a lot of people still look at anime and say it's just cartoons, but the same people who say that have watched South Park, have watched Family Guy, like I've watched things like Adventure Time, and you know, that kind of stuff. And to me, it's like all the things I mentioned have deep storytelling, like, you know. So if you can watch Simpsons or Family Guy or South Park or American Dad or whatever it is you watch that's considered to be adult animation, right? I don't know why I did that. I fuck with those things too, by the way. But what I'm trying to say with that is, if you can watch that, anime is the same thing as that. And I just feel like it's one of those things that until you give it a chance and experience it for yourself, and you probably need to pick the right one that suits you, because there's a lot out there. But if you can pick the right one, I think you'll find a show or a film that suits you, because there's so many different genres, there's so much out there. So take note. So yeah, people watch those shows, Family Guy, like I mentioned, all those kind of shows, and no one questions that. So no one, you know. But anime though is one of those ones. I tell someone, hey, bro, I watch anime. Like, I've said that sometimes out in public, and I've seen people, you know, hiss. Like, I've said that before. Like, it's one of those things that if I was dating, right, and I put that somewhere, like, someone could be like, he watches anime. Psh, he ain't a man. That's another red flag. Like, this is what I'm trying to say though. Anime has that kind of stigma to it, where it's like some people hear that word and it's like, nah, well, look at this kid. What's he trying to do? What's that about? My dad, actually, I love my dad, but my dad though, like, I'm a big kid, right? So if you can't tell, so I'm always gonna do goofy shit. I'm forever gonna be a goofy ass nigga. That's me, right? I'll die a goofy ass nigga. That's me. So like, some of the shit I do, like, my dad will legit come up to me and be like, you still do that? Like, I still play a PlayStation 5. In his head, that shit there is goofy, and he thinks like, at a big age, you shouldn't be doing that. But then sometimes I look at him and I'll say, now tell me the stuff that I do that you like. And then he'll be like, okay, you are doing well, son. I'm like, even if I wasn't though, I'd still be playing the PS5. Like, my point is, I don't know what my point is with this one. Yeah, I've gone off topic. Fuck. I just think the way people talk about Stranger Things or Breaking Bad or whatever your favorite show is, right? That show that you've watched that has depth, that you've learned something from, that you've watched and you've said, you know what, this is sick, I couldn't put it down. That show, right? I just think the way people talk about that, there's so many animes like that. That's all I'm saying. Because for me, like, I'll take ages to get into something. I need to watch something straight away and feel it. And anime, if you pick the right thing, you'll find shows on, like, through anime that are exactly like, I don't know, a Breaking Bad, that will keep you there. So I'm not trying to preach. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And that feeling of like enjoying a show, like you don't want to put it down, anime has been doing that for years, okay? For years. A lot of cartoons I watched growing up were fast paced. So I don't know, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Powerpuff Girls, anything on Cartoon Network. These cartoons were fast. And you know what? At the time, I loved that. I'll just put something on. It's funny. It's jokes. That's it. That's all I needed. But now that I'm older and I'm more grown, like, the animes and just TV show I watch now, it needs to feel different for me, you know? Like, I can still do the funny thing. I can still watch a Phineas and Ferb. I can still go and watch Everybody Hates Chris, or just shows like this that I used to like watching when I was a youth. But what I'm trying to say is, as I get older now, I need something more, you know, more substance. That's what I'm trying to say. And on a personal level though, I feel like the storytelling in anime feels much different to anything anyway. So I feel like the storytelling in anime has so much more depth. The stories are deeper, you know. Character development. Man, I love seeing people hit rock bottom and then become something, because that's something that I can relate to in it. So when I see that on a show, there'll be times in my life where, like, I won't really chat to anyone and I'll be in a sunken place myself, and then I'll see that on a show and, like, I'm on my Jason at this point. I'm watching this show and I'm like, damn, man, I really feel that. I'm like, shit. I'm like, yeah, I really feel that. Like, yeah, it's a different kind of feeling to have that kind of, like, like, I just find anime, like, super relatable. Again though, I feel like I'm very fortunate, because whenever I pick anime, for some reason, I have a whole list of anime that I've always wanted to watch. But some animes are jokes, some of them are deep, and it's always the deep ones I watch. Like, it's always when I'm trying to process or understand something. And as I've grown up, that's more what I connect with as a person, to be honest. Like, I like learning from people anyway. So when I watch animation, like, to do that, yeah, that feeling it gives as well, yeah, it's like nothing I've ever watched before. And now my camera just dropped. Don't know why. Does it want me to be slouched? Like, I don't understand why it did that, but it is what it is, you know. We keep moving. Not to sound like a really deep guy, because that's basically what I'm saying. Like, I like depth, so I love anime because I think it's as deep as you can get, is what I'm saying. But even with that being said, like, I still watch funny shit. Like, I'll still turn on South Park. I'll still turn on Family Guy. Like, I'll still watch Rick and Morty. Like, not everything needs to be deep, but I'm just saying anime can do that as well. And the deepness of the deep stuff. But yeah, you know what I'm trying to say with that? The deep stuff though, yeah, no one can bar with that. Like, anime is there, and then whatever you think is deep is next to it, but not there, you know? And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, their storytelling abilities are crazy. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Another thing is, I've always been a late bloomer in life, right? Especially with media though, like TV shows, films. I'm the last person to watch anything. I still haven't watched Game of Thrones. I probably won't watch that. Still haven't watched Star Wars. Still haven't watched Harry Potter. Like, these are a lot of things that if I say out loud, people are like, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm also a late bloomer with anime. So as much as I'm talking about anime, I don't actually watch anime all the time. I've only just started watching Naruto. Well, I started watching Naruto during Christmas, during December actually. And it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, I've been sleeping on it. But my point is, like, I'm very late to everything. And there's more stuff I haven't watched, like Pokemon, for instance. And Pokemon took over the world at one point. Remember Pokemon Go? And stuff like that? Yeah. But then there's stuff that, like, I'll see and I can just look at and I'm like, yeah, that's a bit of me, you know? For example, Yu-Gi-Oh! So when I was a youth and I saw Yu-Gi-Oh!, yeah, I lost it, man. Yu-Gi-Oh!, we could actually talk about that if you want to. So, you know, if I walk past a nerd today and he was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh!, I'll pull up. I'll be like, hey, you want to chat? On a real level though, like, yeah, I know about Yu-Gi-Oh! Like that. You see, the thing with anime is it takes time, you know? There's a lot of long running shows, man. So with anime, you'll hear people say 15 to 35 episodes and then it'll get good. Nigga, I work. I've got a job. I'm a working class citizen. I've got money to make. Who's got time to watch 15 episodes and then it gets good? So that's the kind of part of anime I don't like. That's why I'm super selective when it comes to anime. I always pick something that I think is definitely going to resonate with me, and it needs to resonate with me like that quickly. I'm talking 1 to 2 episodes. I have to be like, yeah, what is this? What's going on? If I don't feel that way, then there's no point for me, because time is short, man. So yeah, that's probably a reason why I haven't really watched Naruto as well, because I know how many episodes there are of stuff like that, or like Dragon Ball Z and shows like that. And not only episodes as well. Let's talk about how many different iterations of the same damn show there is. Like, it feels like there's so many different versions of Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball. And then there's loads more. Even Naruto, Boruto, Saruto, Luto, Uto, Pluto. You know, like I'm just going off the dome. But you get my point. There's too many iterations. Me, I want to watch the base of a show because I just don't have the time. So my overall point here is it can be overwhelming. So be specific, try and find something that suits you. Otherwise, it's just like going on Netflix nowadays for me. I cannot find a show. There's just too much of the same shit. Not of anime though. It's just there's too much choices. That's all. And sometimes when there's too many options, you're probably best off picking nothing. Funny thing about me mentioning the Dragon Ball Z stuff though, and the many iterations, you see Marvel and DC comic books. Yeah, that's my thing. I don't really talk about that openly. So I love comic books, and that's what I used to read as a youth. So that's what I was into. So you want to talk about different issues of comic books? I've read them all, or I've had them all. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, again, that's another area of expertise. So any nerds that want to talk to me about comic books or what they're reading or what they've read, I love that kind of conversation. So yeah, and I never really get to talk about that because growing up, like, I knew, like, oh, Menashe, if you talk about this to people, they're gonna clown you, bro. They're gonna clown you. So I just kind of kept that one to myself as well. But now I'm older, it's like, I don't care. Like, I do stuff that people don't like. It is what it is. So yeah, I thought I'd say that because I really got into the comic books, and I got into every iteration, like every different type of story. And there's so many different cool versions of stories out there, and some of them are depicted in films nowadays as well with Marvel and DC, and some of them aren't. Like, for instance, like, okay, this is getting pretty nerdy right now, but if for anyone who likes, like, Batman, go read the Absolute series. That's dope as hell. They should do that, like make an animation or make a film. And that's just the bait one I'm mentioning. I'm not talking about the ones that are more niche, the ones that, you know, if I had friends that actually like fucked with this like comic book stuff that I fuck with, the stuff that I'd really be getting off my chest right now, you know. But I'll keep that in my room, you know. So yeah, I probably rambled a bit just then, but what I'm trying to say is, yeah, anime takes time. Yeah. Like anything you enjoy or anything you're interested in, it can take time, and it can definitely take over your life. Like the comic book session I had as a youth, like, it took over my life, which is fine though, because I'm like, what? Like maybe like 13, 14 reading comic books like after school and stuff, like, and I'm playing FIFA and shit, so I'm doing the typical teenager stuff, like, but then like I actually was reading comic books too on some nerdy shit. I just never told anyone. Yeah. You also have to focus when you're watching anime. Focus is key. Some of it's deep, emotionally heavy, and overall just mentally taxing. Make sure you pick an anime that suits you. I'm fortunate enough, every time I pick an anime, I read the description, and I've got a list, thanks to just like being a nerd, of animes that will probably relate to me at certain points in my life. So I normally make the right choice when it comes to picking an anime for me. However, if I didn't, it's a long day. It's like putting anything on. Like when you're on Netflix, you pick something, 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, you're like 2 minutes in, you're like, nah, we ain't watching that. It gets like that with anime, and it can just feel overwhelming, and when that happens, you'll end up turning it off. Okay, so another thing about anime I don't like, as much as I love it, is how characters are hypersexualized. Because why am I watching anime, and it's always the young ones, it's mad, but why am I watching anime, yeah, and I'm seeing the shortest of skirts, or I'm seeing like what are like teenage girls making like the maddest of sounds. Now, I could do the sound myself, but I don't want to even like go there, so I'll just say hanya for now. That's what we'll do, and it'll roll with that. But you get my point. And it's like sometimes like it's not even the clothing or the appearance, because that's mad, and body parts. Yeah, the animators that do certain animes, and I blame the fans, because when I look at anime fans, some of you anime man them, mad thirsty. That's what I'm gonna say. I wanted to say a different word, but I don't know if YouTube would allow it, so we'll go for thirsty. I feel like that's a calm word to say. But yeah, so I don't fuck with that, is what I'm saying, with the hypersexuality, and you know, just making characters appear a certain way to get views, I guess. Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, I tend to stay away from that side of anime. Like my anime, I'll tell you what my anime is soon. But yeah, another thing is like some of these characters, they're moaning at things that you shouldn't be moaning about. Like, imagine, right? I don't know, I don't have a crush, but imagine I see my crush. Why, when I watch anime, is a girl seeing her crush, a guy, she's her dream guy, right? And she's hitting her. Like, why is she hitting one of those? Like, why is she squirming? Why is she like, that doesn't happen in real life, man, does it? Does it? No, I'm sure not. Like, surely, anyway, that, you get my point though. You see where I'm going with that. Like, it's exaggerated, I know, because anime is supposed to be exaggerated. But that kind of anime there, where they're exaggerating those kinds of things, is what I'm saying that I don't fuck with. So, that's all. I always think with anime like that, with those weird ass sounds, what if my mom walks in? That's always been my biggest fear since I was a kid. Like, you know when you're watching a family film and then they have one of those mad scenes, and like then you're just like looking around and your parents, and it's weird. Like, yeah, my biggest fear is like, even at my big age now, if my mom walks in like and I'm watching this, what's going on? I can't look her in the eye and be like, yeah, this is what I watch. Come on now. So yeah, man, that fear's never left me as well. I've had that fear since a kid. It's gonna carry on till I die. So I guess what I'm probably gonna say here for this segment of the video is, you animators that make, you know, anime, stop putting horny stuff in anime. I watch anime for the stories, bro. Like, I like how deep it is. All the extra stuff you're trying to do, stop it. Stop it. It's got me questioning some of the people that watch it and what you're really into, but we don't need to go there. It's a light video. It's a family show. It's Menashe. Subscribe. So take it easy. Okay. And now you've got the subbed versus dubbed debate. So as you know, anime isn't made predominantly, you know, in the UK or in America, you know? Anime does not originate from places like that. It's from Japan or, you know, basically Western world, you know? So with that being said, yeah, you're not going to expect to hear English out the gate. You have to make a choice when you watch anime. Do you want it subbed or do you want it dubbed? Now me, I like subtitles, and I don't actually read the subtitles, but for some reason I'm able to take the subtitles in and the show. But a lot of people, that's a lot, and that's fine. So dubbed is your way, but then when you watch anime in its original language, it can sound weird, you know? So, or if you watch it in English rather, it also sounds weird because it doesn't match what they're actually saying. So it's finding what works for you there as well. Me, I'm happy to watch something in English and put subtitles on. Even if it sounds weird, the subtitles allow me to work out what they either mean to say or what they're supposed to say, and my imagination can run with that. I've got ADHD. They're very random, I guess. My point is like, probably autistic too. Let's just throw it all out there. Let's throw it all out there. But my point is though, that allows me to kind of my imagination will run wild anyway, so I can easily watch stuff like that, and I don't need to do one or you know. I can do both all together. Like, I can watch and read, but for some people, I know it's tough to do both. So just find out what works for you, because otherwise you'll watch something and it will just not make sense. It won't feel right. So, and this is what I mean with anime. It's a lot of effort. You've got to make conscious decisions to facilitate your watching, because if you don't make the right decisions, you'll get bummed out and be like, nah, this is long, I don't like this. You actually have to make effort with it, like you do anything you like in life. I'm telling you, like, if you find a show or something you like, you'll enjoy it. I'm not trying to say anime is the best thing in the world, but I'm saying there's good anime, there's bad anime, just like there's good shows, there's bad shows, right? So I'm just saying, this is why I like it, this is why I watch it, yada yada yada. Anime is addictive, so I usually only watch anime when I'm trying to understand something within myself or trying to feel something. Kinds of anime that I watch, I'm only gonna name a couple and kind of briefly tell you why I watch them. So one of my all-time favorites, Hajime no Ippo. I'll probably have a poster of that anime in my room at some point, but I watch that whenever I feel demotivated, whenever I'm at a place where I struggle to get out of bed, or I'm at a place where, you know what, I don't want to do some shit that I know I should be doing. That anime always motivates me, so I'll put that on whenever, like, I know, like, Minashe, like, you're kind of lacking in the motivational area right now. And then we have Naruto, which is about never giving up, about being resilient, about family. That's dope. Like, whenever I watch Naruto, it gives me the same kind of feeling, and sometimes, like, again, I feel like giving up with certain things too, but I put the anime on, and it's like, instead of, like, I guess, trying to talk to someone, I can just put a show on and watch a character go through the way I'm feeling. And for me, I'm just like, that's dope that I can just see that to film, to a story, like, yeah. And then last but not least, anime I watched probably about 2 months ago now, Vinland Saga, and that was also on my list, and that's about redemption and atonement. And I feel like I watched that one at a time where I really needed it. So I could have watched that my whole life, but I chose to watch it when I really needed to feel those things. And that anime is a really good anime. I'd recommend anyone to watch that. But then, this is what I'm talking about with anime. Like, it's always deep for me because I always just watch it when I need it. And there's so many different genres out there. There's so much anime I haven't watched that I know can make me feel the same way I felt about every anime I just mentioned just then. So, yeah. So the lessons learned from the animes I've just mentioned, so motivation, redemption, atonement, making mistakes, basic human feelings and emotions, like, those aren't always conversations I want to have with people. So I just think being able to put on a show and just feel those things and learn that way is dope. Like, yeah, but I can actually just sit in my room or wherever I'm in the world, put that show on and be like, shit, I'm gonna go gym, or like, I'm gonna do this, or shit, like, I'm not the only one who fucks up sometimes, like, you know, like, or da-da-da-da. And yeah, sometimes for a lot of people in the world, I feel like they might not have someone to chat to, or maybe they just don't want to chat to someone. So if you can put on anything in life that resonates with you or you can learn from it, I think that's dope. So that's anime for me. So that's why I don't watch it too often. I just watch it when I need it, because I know whenever I am watching it, your boy's probably going through something. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's usually how it is. But I'm not saying you need to watch anime at all. I'm just saying this is why I do. So, 1 second, I've got something in my eye. If it brings you something, comfort, joy, or understanding, go enjoy that. It's been your boy Minashe. I hope you liked this video, and if you haven't, oh well. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you again next month. So we'll do a practice run just to see if I like this angle, and if I do, I'll put my Timbs on and finish the video, because I could finish barefoot, it doesn't really matter, but I'll put the Timbs on. But then everyone's like, oh, why you put your Timbs in bed? Look at me. Oh god, put Timbs in